Welcome back, friends. Today we are doing a lower body workout that is going to focus on the glutes and hammies. So today you are going to need a set of heavier weights, a set of medium weights, and then if you have a single weight that's a little bit heavier than your heavy weights, grab that. Otherwise, you can just use one of your heavy weights. We're also going to need a loop resistance band for our burnout at the end. Today we've got 3 sets of 2 exercises, then a burnout and core. So let's get started. All right, for set 1, we're going to start with our heavier weights. We're going to be doing Romanian deadlifts, also known as like straight leg deadlifts, but I like to consider it a stiff leg deadlift because we don't want to lock out our knees. I'm actually going to turn to the side for this one. Feet are hip width apart, slight bend in those knees. Again, we want to keep those legs stiff here as we lean forward, keeping our weights nice and close to our legs. Back is flat and come up. Really working those hammies here. As you go down, I want your back to be straight and your neck and your head to just be that natural extension of your spine. So we're not looking up or letting our head drop as we go. Oh, hello, Sully. Welcome to class. So exercise 2, you have 2 options. I'm going to be demonstrating with my medium weights. This can also be done with no weights. It is still plenty challenging that way. We are going to be doing Bulgarian split squats. So one leg is up on a bench, step, chair, whatever it is. Other leg is nice and far in front as we're going to lower down and stand. Really feeling that in our glutes. Take it down and up. So I want you to think about dropping that back knee to the ground. We're going up and down. We are not leaning forward in these split squats. Once you do 10 on one side, you're going to shake it out. Switch, balance challenge. To get situated, I don't usually use this chair, but it's easiest for demoing. Take it down and up. Again, this can be done with no weights, or if you do not feel comfortable using a chair doing split squats, we can also do front stepping lunges, 10 on each side as a replacement, and you will still get an awesome glute burn. Repeat those exercises 3 times through, and then we can move on to set 2. All right, for set 2, I forgot to mention this at the beginning. If you have gliding discs, go ahead and grab those. If you don't have gliding discs, that's okay. For the carpet, you can just use paper plates, or if you're on the tile, you can use a towel that you'll just be placing underneath your heels for our second exercise. Okay, for exercise 1, we're gonna start down on the mat. We're gonna grab one of our heavier weights and lay back. Weight is going to go across our hips, and we have 2 options here. So option 1 is to do standard bridges. Again, you just want to make sure you hold that weight, squeezing up at the top. As you come down, barely let that booty tap before going up again so that we're keeping it engaged. What I would prefer you to do is a single leg bridge. So one leg up, one leg planted, and we're going to lift and lower, really feeling that in the glute and single hamstring. Once you do 10 on one side, you'll switch legs, 10 on the other side. All right, but remember, you still have the option if you need to use it. You can put that weight aside, scoot down to the end of your mat, and we're going to take our discs, plates, or washcloths. Again, anything works. I'm going to place those on the ground, and we're going to put our heels on top of it. We're going to lay back in our bridge, not in our bridge. We're going to lay down, and we're going to come up to a bridge, and we're going to do heel slides. So we're going to slide out one, and then the other. That's one. One, and the other. That's 2. And we're going to keep going until we get to 10. If you would like an added challenge for this exercise, you can grab that heavier weight and place it across your hips. Once you do, 3 times through both of those exercises, and then we can move on to set 3. All right, set 3, if you have that single heavier weight, grab that one or grab just one of your heavy weights. We're going to bend down and we're going to lift this one up and we are going to do sumo squats. So we have a wide stance. Our toes are pointed out at 45 degrees and we are kind of just letting our weight hang here. We're going to squat down, dropping nice and low and stand up, squeezing the glutes at the top. As you go down, you really want to make sure that your knees are going in the same direction as your toes. We don't want to let those knees like buckle in or press out too far. So we've got 10 sumo squats. Then we're going to take that same weight and we are going to rotate, so we're holding the ends, and we're going to do our single leg deadlifts. 2 options. Option 1, we're bending here and standing up while keeping one foot planted on the ground, just slightly behind our heel. Or you can go for the balance challenge option, which takes us down and up. These should be slow and controlled so that we're really working the glute, but also protecting our back. When you do these, just like in the regular Romanian deadlifts, make sure that your back is flat. Head and neck are a natural extension of your spine. And we're following the line of our leg down and back up, keeping that weight in close to us. I'm better at balancing on the other side. One more here. Okay, again, 10 on each side. And then 3 times through both exercises. And then you are done with weights. Time to hit the burnout. All right, like I mentioned at the top, for today's burnout, you're going to need your loop resistance band. Go ahead, put that on, and we are going to take it up above our knees for exercise 1. We're going to use this for both exercises. So first exercise, 45 seconds. We're going to squat nice and low, and we are going to be doing squat walks. Usually go about like 3 each way before switching directions. So you want to get nice and low. If you think you're low enough, go a little lower. Hold here 45 seconds. And then once that 45 seconds is up, rest for 15. Lower your band around your ankles or calves. And we are going to be doing glute kickbacks. So you're going to take it back and in, back and in. First round of 45 seconds, I want you to do it all on one side. So that means the second time you do it, all on the other side. And then the third time you do it, we are going to alternate. So you're going to go back and switch, back and switch. The key to doing these correctly is to really feeling it in the glutes. Make sure that you're not arching your back. You want to keep your pelvis tucked into neutral position as you kick back. Really protecting the low back there, making the glutes, especially those medial glutes, work, which is great for runners. 3 times through, then you're done with burnout. Let's hit the floor for core. All right, today's core exercises. Exercise 1, I've got us doing a suitcase crunch. So I like to do these starting out fully extended, crunching up and back out. Take it in and out. So when you're doing these, you'll see my legs and my arms are hovering over the ground in between. Now, if that is too much, that is okay. We have another option, which is to start with your feet flexed, heels are on the ground, arms are still up, and we're going to tuck in and out, alternating which leg crunches up. This is still challenging. Once you get the hang of this, you can take it and tuck it in with both, tapping the heels down each time. So find your level no matter what you do. I promise it's a good solid challenge. Awesome core work. Exercise 2, we're going to take our legs in our 90-degree angle. We're going to put our hands beneath our booty, and we are going to extend one leg and bring it in. So the first 45 seconds, all one leg. Next 45 seconds, all the other leg. And then the third time through, you're going to alternate. Now, if this is too much of a challenge, if it hurts your low back, if it hurts your hip flexors, bring those feet down, and you can still tuck and bring it in. And then when you alternate, you'll tuck, place, in, out, and you're still going to get the same core work there. Once you repeat all 3 times, you are done with glutes and hammies. Way to go.